matters are separately correct. So they have to be segregated. Now, what we will do is that the learned council can. This is being done by Charanya.
The list is made. Charanya,
I will look at it.
just check it up now. Just let me know.
Ms. Charanya Lakshmakumaran, learned council appearing on behalf of the petitioners, some of the petitioners, has prepared has prepared a tabulated statement segregating into a single inverted commas, gaming into inverted commas matters from into single inverted commas anti-profiteering matters. Full stop. The statement is reproduced below. Copy kar lijiye. Mr. N. Venkataraman, Learned ASG, states that he will have this duly verified within the course of within a week, and intimate the registry in regard to whether he agrees on whether the statement reflects the correctness of the statement. Full stop. This may be communicated to the court master no later than by date on the email ID. The compilations are ready.
The counter was received by us in the writ petitions on Monday evening. So we need some time to file the rejoinder.
Rejoinder has to be filed. That will be filed on or before 31 July 2024.
Lordship, some of the transferred matters, the councils indicated that they would also like to make written submissions when we checked with them. So they were waiting for direction.
All right. If any further written submissions are to be filed, including the transferred cases, they may be filed with the nodal council to the common compilation. So the written submission shall not exceed 5 pages each. Because
would your lordship set it down on 31st for directions?
Absolutely.
Would your lordship have it on 31st for directions, Manoj?
We'll have it on the 31st of July for directions. For directions on the 31st, which is a Wednesday.
Lordship, please.
Taken first.
All right.
Directions.
We are segregating gaming and the
anti-profiteering.
There is no difficulty in segregating gaming and anti-profiteering. No,
that's all.
Within gaming is not acceptable.
No.
So we are not asking for it. No, somebody last time said game of skill should be segregated.
Nobody is Mr. Venkataraman, now you're giving them ideas.
Yes, correct.
No games. Nobody is there to normal.
All right. Now, so that covers 4, 19 and 20.
Anti-profiteering some game.
So 31st of July, we'll keep it for directions.
Yes.
Just to ensure that everything is complete, then we list it immediately and here.
Great. Obliged.
Lordship.
Because this is for the gaming matter, now the counter, etc. we have prepared. For anti-profiteering matters, there are no directions in terms of
The circular.
permission.
Right. So for the anti-profiteering matters, we'll issue similar procedural directions. Same nodal council?
Can be then.
Same nodal council, same. And by 31st July, that process must be completed. You can call it.
Publish it.
Mr. Hegde, we'll now stand back the income tax matters. We are not adjourning it for the day, but in view of the importance of the neat matters, we'll take up the neat matters, because but all the other learned council may step aside and you can have a little time off, but we'll take up the income tax matter because they're not taking up any other heavy matter until we take up that. So neat only because of the social ramification, we thought we'll give priority to the neat matter. All right, now
they're all mixed up. 5, 7, 9, and all that.
now, who's going to open the arguments in the neat matters for the petitioners?
Manoj, my item 5 is slightly on a different footing. I am showing not merely the leakage of the examinations, but I am showing the.
Because mine is the first matter wherein the.
Mr. Dwivedi, where are you appearing in this matter? That is pension matter. I think you're safe today because after this, we are going to take up the parted tax matter, which will take the rest of the day. So, but the judge's pension matter is again important, and we will take it up probably next week. We'll list it and take it up. Just a little adjustment to the board. That's all.
As item 7, if I can. The writ petition under Article 226 of this candidate is pending before Honorable High Court of Delhi. He has filed writ petition under 32 before this Honorable Court also, saying that I will withdraw that. This is the third time consecutively where he is alleging that my OMR has been replaced, which is factually.
All right. That we will see what to do there, because that's not about the systemic issue, but about his own OMR sheet. There we may be who's appearing. Which one is that? Serial number?
Item 5. Allowed in 514.
So five, why don't you do this? Go to the High Court. Whether your OMR sheet has been replaced or not, there is not a systemic issue.
High Court has already passed the judgments. High Court has refused to examine this issue. My Lord had delegated.
So why have you filed a writ petition? You have to file an SLP then.
No, my Lord, in 2020, I went before Honorable High Court on the directions of this Honorable Court.
Now High Court is held against you.
In 2021.
21 hoga, 20 hoga, 19 hoga, 23 hoga.
My Lord, since that.
But now tell us, what remedy do you have against that judgment of the High Court?
Against that, even if I come in SLP, my Lord cannot grant me an admission. My Lord, I am saying I reappear in the examination in the.
Fair enough. We will entertain your writ.
Yes.
On one condition, that now then we will treat the order of the High Court as attained finality.
Yes.
So we will then hear your writ on the footing that the order of the High Court has attained finality. So you are taking a chance.
My Lord, High Court refused to examine the issues. That's the fact.
We'll see. We'll see when the matter is called in.
My Lord, may
Mr. Amotu, we are seized of the matter. We know how important it is. It's about our own retired judges. But we have the neat matter today, so we'll give priority to the neat matter today. We just indicated to Mr. Dwivedi, we'll try and accommodate it sometime next week, so we'll take it up immediately. We'll just give me a little time, so I'll just in the evening discuss the board position with the court master, and then we'll take it, because we have to take it up.
My Lord, I'm here for item number 6. I have the same prayer that my OMR sheet was replaced and the.
All right, let the matter open up now. If everybody just keeps on giving your individual time, who's going to open the hearing?
Yes,
open the argument?
mine is the first matter, my Lord, where they have filed their responses.
So we'll hear Mr. Huda first.
Yes, my Lord, I'll supplement whatever he is.
All right, and then we'll hear the solicitor.
Your Lordship had an occasion to go through the second status report.
Yes,
We
we have seen the second
Now
stage.
there is something is crystal.
You've seen the second stage.
Yesterday it was.
Yes, I saw it in the morning today. Both my learned brothers have seen the second stage.
Please, Lordship.
Okay. I'll get to the first page. My Lord, in item 5, may I please request that the first prayer is, my Lord, that
You're not arguing it. You have somebody before you who is to argue his matter.
there in item 7 and item 5, I am making a request.
Which is the lead prayer? Which is the lead matter? Are you prepared to argue the whole matter on the leak, etc.?
No, I'm on not on the legal aspect, my Lord.
Why are you interrupting the flow of the proceedings? Allow somebody who is arguing the main matter to take charge, right? We'll hear you. We'll hear you at the end. No problem.
May it please, Lordship. Lord, 2-3 things at the outset, Lord. As per my Lord's direction, CBI was supposed to file their status report. Filing, we understood it will be filed and it will be supplied to us. And that was the direction.
The only problem is this. And the only problem is this today. I mean, I'm all for transparency. In fact, this is not a sealed cover procedure. Let me be very clear. But today an investigation is going on.
Right? I follow that.
If what CBI has told us in the course of the investigation is revealed, probably the investigation will get scuttled because people will become wise on what are the leads which have emerged in the course of the investigation. So that's the only thing.
I bow down, Lord, straight away. My only, you see, the intervention in between, my Lord, will cause a problem. And
So what we would like you to do, Mr. Huda, is
please,
you have to, redaction is not possible in these kind. If it's redacted, then it'll have nothing of it'll have nothing of substance. You will have to show us prima facie on the basis of your submissions that the leak is so systemic and has affected the entire examination process across the country that we must cancel the examination and direct a fresh examination to be held.
Yes.
That is the area where we want to hear you. And then we'll hear the learned solicitor in response to that.
I will assess this honorable court
Then,
in that area.
just 1 second. The second, we have some ideas also on what we are going to pose to the solicitor thereafter.
Please, sir.
We would like you to assist us on assuming, if we accept your wider submission that you must have a fresh NEET examination, then that's what you exactly want. Suppose in the alternative, after hearing you both, we are not with you, then we would like you to also assist the court on which are the further lines of investigation, what are the lines of investigation which must be carried out, in the sense that which are the specific issues which must be investigated. So we would like your assistance on both. The other is an alternate argument.
Yes, but that alternative argument has also come in my supplementary note which I circulated yesterday.
Okay, we'll
in the same matter, I have suggested that this is the line of investigation should be conducted to unearth this entire controversy.
All right, then we get that. Later on, we'll read it with you.
At the outset, Lord, I was flagging my handicap in assist. Lord, I'm assisting. I'm not saying that. But the handicap I have in assisting this honorable court in this leak matter, one, they have not declared the entire result. They have declared the result of 100 people. And my assistance is information gathered from here and there. UPSC, Lord, in IAS exam, they declare the result of entire people. At least they should have declared the result of this 1 lakh people who get admission, first 50,000 in the medical colleges.
Just one
and
second.
the two handicaps, Lord, may kindly notice, I will have in the course of my assistance to this honorable court.
First 50,000. How many seats in the government medical colleges?
56,000. And Lord, everybody clamor for these first 56,000. Even the people below 56,000 may be willing to go for a re-examination.
And how many in the private medical colleges?
52,000. 56 and 52. That is 1,08,000. Now, Lord, if re-exam happens, literally it is, if all of them do not want re-examination, the total number is 1,08,000 people, not 23 lakh people. The remaining 22 lakh people
Have not got admission at all.
have not got admission. So they are willing.
Except for the fact that if some people have wrongly got into the 1,08,000 category,
That's right.
then somebody below the 1,08,000 can legitimately get into that 1,08,000.
Correct. That's it. So, but in fact, the balance is this 1 lakh. If all of them 1 lakh don't want re-examination, this 1 lakh on one side and 22 lakh on the other side who would like to take a chance in view of the this examination is marred by controversy. All 22 lakh would like to have a second chance.
That argument,
Yes, that
Mr. Huda,
argument,
there's a problem. Forget the question of leak in this matter. Merely because, say, out of 22 lakh, 1,08,000 only have got admission or would get admission. And therefore, you are left with, say, about 20 lakhs, 22 lakh students who would want to take a chance. We cannot order a re-examination merely because they want to take a chance.
But I just wanted
Re-examination has to be on a concrete footing, that the sanctity of the entire examination has been
I bow down. I just wanted to dispel an impression that the stake in the re-examination is of lakhs of people. No, the stake is of 1,08,000 people. I will have to set up, demonstrate conclusively that we cannot segregate tainted from the untainted. In Tanvi Sabharwal case and the judgment authority, the finding was we have identified 44 candidates out of 6 lakhs. The remaining we are not able to identify. So we cannot permit even 10 people.
Mr. Huda, I think, you need not labor that point because you're absolutely right on that.
I'm so great.
That if you can, conceptually, that if you can establish that it is not possible to segregate the tainted from the untainted, then the whole examination has to go. Because those basic, you can of course show those authorities briefly to us at a certain point. But when we have looked at the facts, but before we go into the authorities, we want you to address the core of the facts before us.
I will try to first summarize my case and then elaborate. So that as an idea what I am saying.
You can summarize now. My brother Justice Pardiwala would like to know, out of 1,08,000, totally how many petitioners are before the court?
But it is NTA can say,
NTA, 38 petitions. Now you're for NTA, no?
Transfer petitions filed by the NTA, my lord.
So 38 petitions includes the 6 transfer petitions or the transfer
petitions before this honorable court would include the 6 transfer petitions filed by the NTA. So 32 petitioners, 32 petitions.
Our question is little. Like 8,000.
I represent 10. And from
how many are asking?
Supported by 43.
I do not know how many, at least 100. The candidates called us individually, but who have not materialized.
I think they have a figure. 108. Mr. Kaushik, if you can just ask somebody, any of your team from the NTA, to just do this physical exercise of telling us even at lunch or after lunch, how many total students are involved in the matters before the, not involved, but how many students have moved the court in this batch of cases?
With utmost respect, my lords, that may approximately 108 are seeking reconduct of the examination.
The council,
50.
108 who are seeking re-exam are amongst 1,08,000.
No.
Yes.
No, they'll be outside 1,08,000.
We are outside 1,08,000.
They plan to be.
Because 1,08,000 would get, they have succeeded.
They are not seek re-examination at all. I represent.
So all those who have not been able to
Yes.
Some people within 1,08,000 are also before your lordships because they say
They will not get into government medical.
They will not get into it.
in my case,
seeking re-examination.
in my case, 700. In my lab, Pixel, my lab, there are 5 candidates. One of them.
Now in charge, unless we ask a question to some other council, the others may not interrupt because otherwise, our line of thinking is also affected. And he's deflected also. He has his thought process in some matter, yes.
They are not in the.
I'm on your side, ma'am.
Also, Brother Mishra had a point. What is the minimum mark which has been received by the petitioners before the court? We just want, you need not give us an offhand answer, just do it at lunch and tell us.
My lord, can I have one thing, my lord? In 5 petitioners in my petition, my lord. One is having, my lord, 700. Another is having 600.
How will we be able to, just wait for a minute. Let's have the conceptual basis of the matter. We can't go in individual facts like this. Let's have the concept very clear before us, and then we can see where the balance lies. Yes, Mr. Wood. We'll hear you. We're not going to run away. We are here to hear you and do justice to the matter.
Not really.
Qualifying marks are 164.
Done this exercise. There are 131 students who are not falling within 1,08,000, and they are playing for retest.
131 students.
130. And there are petitioners, and there are 254 who are falling within 1,08,000. They are opposing them. Not that statistics can assist your lordship either way, but factually this is the position.
So 131 students beyond 1,08,000 who want a retest, and
254 they are in the form of IAs for implement
Who are opposing.
for opposing the retest.
The
They are fall within 1,08,000.
The figures may not always be right, my lords, because I represent somebody who falls within. Yes, that's true. And whose rank is about 2009. But My lords, we'll work out the figures in common with Mr. Kaushik.
Now tell us also what is the cutoff rank for the 56,000 and for the 1,08,000.
Just one clarification conceptually. Anybody who is above the 50th percentile qualifies, in the sense that if somebody above them also does not go into medicine, goes into IIT, for instance, there will be a figure. So passing is 164. Passing is 164, but admission is a dynamic process, may stop at 1 lakh, may stop at 1,50,000. And depending on the particular quota or reservation or whatever is available. 164 is the cutoff mark. 164 means that you are above the 50th percentile. So about half the people have a qualification to be allotted a seat, but not everybody will be allotted a seat. So it's a dynamic process. There is 1,08,000 seats available. Some of them may not opt for medicine, some may go into IIT, this, that, and the other. The figure will come down. And also depending on whether you have a reserve category or something. So it is not, so it is dynamic, but roughly say, I think the last figures will stop at 2.5 lakhs, rank wise. That's
all right. Let's hear Mr. Hudana. Yes, Mr. Hudana.
So, my lord, I'm starting.
You can summarize your case, you say.
Yes. I'll just summarize. But it will give me a speed. I'm starting with a handicap. I do not have the result. Because of that, I cannot have the data analytics, which the state has placed, NTA has placed on record, giving the bell curve. And Lord, one of the director of IIT Madras is a member of the governing body of NTA. They have run the data analytics process, taking the entire number of 23,33,000 candidates who sat in the examination. If data analytics is to be run to 23,33,000 people, at what stage 10,000 or 20,000 people have sneaked into it? This data analytics running into half a page, which every dot means thousands of people. You cannot detect any abnormality when you draw a bell curve, which is based on 23,33,000. The correct procedure, if at all they were doing it, the correct procedure was to apply this process to 1,08,000 people. The first 1 lakh people in 2021, 22, 23, and 24. Probably the curve would have been able to catch 1,000, 2,000 people going up and down. Now even 1% is up, is into thousands of candidates. This Honorable Court has not tolerated, even if it comes to a conclusion that 1,000 people have entered into the system of this 1 lakh, which we are not able to detect. This examination cannot be sustained.
Well, that's one aspect about what IIT Madras has done. Now, what about, how do you develop, now you can develop the basic case that you have.
I'm demonstrating that IIT Madras can't be relied upon.
Because they have taken the entire body of 21.33 lakhs.
That's right.
And according to you, that data analytics should have been done on the restricted figure of 1,08,000 and compare that with 2021, 22, and 20.
So great. And Lord, the governing body member is the of NTA is the director IIT Metro. There is a conflict of interest.
No, but therefore, you take it, I mean, what is at the highest, what does that lead to? Your argument is that the data analytics has been done by NTA itself.
Correct. That's right.
It can't be higher than that.
And apply.
That's because the director of IIT Madras is also on the governing body of NTA.
That's right.
It was
Actually, he's not.
He's not, they say.
He isn't
But
in the board on my request.
right.
He says he's not on the board of directors of NT.
Oh, I see.
He was an outsider who's without expertise.
But anybody from IIT Madras who is on the governing body of NTA?
He was. Somebody else was.
Was means in the past.
In past.
Today IIT Madras has nobody from IIT Madras in NTA.
When was that password when he exited?
But the director who has prepared this report.
Mr. Solicitor, just sit for a second and ask them what the position is so that you can have a seat.
I'm not a member of just this is not the way it is done. Please don't do this. I've not attended any board, not your member. He's not a member. Any other person who is a member. When? Subject to further verification. But the IIT, whichever IIT organizes JEE examination, IIT JEE for selection, the chairman of that examination committee is ex officio member in any NT. But the office for the director who has prepared this report is not the member. But some Mr. Gopal.
Now, IIT JEE for 2024 was held by IIT Madras or who else?
IIT Madras. He is the chairman of that IIT JEE examination committee, but he deputed somebody to attend meetings of NT.
Oh, I see.
He ex officio is there to use his expertise.
So I'll just take it down. IIT JEE for 2024
was conducted by IIT Madras.
Yes.
And the chairman of IIT who conducts IIT JEE, ex officio is a member of NTA.
And what role does NTA have in regard to the IIT JEE?
Nothing.
There's no.
He is not
I just ask the director.
NTA conducts JEE.
So the actual NTA, the actual IIT JEE mains are conducted by NTA.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So IIT Madras would only set the papers, or what happens?
No, they would conduct the examination. Advanced they conduct JEE, mains is conducted by NTA.
So mains is conducted by
NTA.
NTA. That's like the preliminary exam. The mains.
Advanced.
Advanced is IIT.
May final.
This is only for IIT. Whosoever is intended to get admission in IIT, they opt for the advanced. Otherwise, all other
Yeah, only the admissions are on the basis of IIT JEE main. And IIT JEE advanced, NTA doesn't conduct that. So IIT JEE advanced is conducted by whom?
NTA.
No.
IITs.
IITs or one IIT?
It is conducted by IITs. One become the organizing IIT. This year it was IIT Madras.
Okay, so like the CLAT.
Yes.
So this year, the IIT JEE advanced, the organizer was IIT Madras.
Correct. And but he has gone into city-wise as well as center-wise analysis.
Now, when you said that the chairperson of IIT JEE is the ex officio member of NTA, of the government, is ex officio a member of the governing body?
Yes. The governing body has no correlation with the activities of the conduct of the exam.
So the IIT JEE, the chairperson. So this time, who was the chairperson?
He was the chairperson. He deputed one Mr. Gopal Krishnan to attend the meetings on his behalf.
No, but who was the chairperson? The director of IIT Madras was the chairperson?
Because IIT Madras was the organizing body.
So IIT Madras was the organizing body both for the mains as well as advanced, only for advanced?
Only advanced. Mains was conducted by NTA, by us
entirely. But IIT Madras's director was an ex officio member of the
governing body, which is a kind
of NTA. Of NTA. And is he an ex officio member only for this year or generally?
He would be, whichever IIT conducts the exam.
For that year, he becomes a member of the government. All right, got it.
But I must tell your lordship, my lord, that what is placed in the report is, my lord, for say a city-wise spread of top 100 rankers.
This time, the director IIT Madras would be ex officio member of the NTA, but he had deputed somebody else on his behalf to attend the meetings.
One Mr. Professor Gopal Krishnan. And I have city-wise and center-wise.
That I'm explaining.
By deputed professor or doctor?
Gopal Krishnan. Professor Gopal.